In 1967, a psychologist named Martin Seligman did something that would change how we understand the human mind forever. He placed dogs in a box. He gave them mild electric shocks. And at first, they tried to escape. But after enough shocks, with no way out, they stopped trying. Even when Seligman opened the door and the escape was right there, the dogs just lay down and accepted the pain. He called this learned helplessness. And here's the part nobody talks about: the same thing is happening to millions of people, with money. So what exactly is learned helplessness? At its core, it's a mental state where a person believes their actions have no effect on their outcomes. They've experienced enough failure, enough rejection, enough closed doors, that their brain stops even registering the open ones. Neuroscience tells us why. When you face repeated failure with no control over the situation, your brain's reward system literally rewires itself. The neural pathways associated with motivation and effort begin to weaken. Your brain is essentially learning, rationally, that effort is pointless. And once that conditioning takes hold, it bleeds into every financial decision you make. Why apply for that job? I'll just get rejected. Why start that business? People like me don't succeed. Why try to save? Something always comes up anyway. These thoughts feel like realism. But they're not. They're learned. Research out of Princeton found something striking. Financial scarcity consumes cognitive bandwidth. When you're constantly worrying about money, where the next bill is coming from, whether your card will go through, your brain has less mental space left for long-term thinking, planning, or creativity. And this is where learned helplessness becomes a trap within a trap. The stress of poverty teaches your brain to think short-term. And short-term thinking keeps you in poverty. The cycle feeds itself. It's not just about willpower. Studies show that people experiencing financial stress score significantly lower on cognitive tests, not because they're less intelligent, but because their mental energy is already spent just surviving. And if you grew up watching the adults around you struggle with money, watching them work hard and still lose, your developing brain absorbed a lesson. Effort and reward are not connected. That lesson doesn't stay in childhood. It follows you into adulthood, into your career, into your bank account. And the cruelest part? Most people don't even know it's happening. They just feel stuck. They call it bad luck. They call it their fault. But it was never just their fault. Your brain did not fail you. It protected you, the only way it knew how. It learned from the environment it was placed in, the experiences it survived, the messages it absorbed about who gets to be wealthy and who doesn't. But here's what no one taught those dogs. The door is open now. The conditioning was real. The struggle was real. But so is neuroplasticity. So is the fact that the human brain, your brain, retains the ability to change, at any age, in any circumstance, with enough deliberate, repeated, gentle evidence that you are not powerless. You were trained to stay broke. But training can be undone. That's what this channel is for. If this video helped you see something differently, share it with someone who needs it. And subscribe to Money Mango for more psychology-backed finance.